I think that means you have to accept that it's being recorded.
Just, do we press got it?
Got it.
Continue. Yeah.
Yes, so, yeah. Okay, well, thanks for being here, our gathering tonight. And Sally has done a lot of work for our talent show because a lot of it's online too, like as in a shared screen. And I'm going to change the order a little bit. I'm really glad to see Sophie and Ellie here tonight because they inspired me with my talent. So I want to make sure that they see my talent because a week or two ago when we had a team of people planting flowers, we were doing some gymnastics on the lawn next to the church. So I'm doing gymnastics tonight because of Sophie and Ellie. So I hope that, they'll hang in there to watch because I think we're having competing gymnastics tonight in our talent show.
Really?
Yeah, I
Oh.
think.
Oh, great.
But to begin with,
They're very excited to see it, Brent.
oh, good. Okay. Well, I might. Yeah, I'm going to change the order. Yeah. I hope they're also really lowering the bar.
So you're going first.
Oh, no. Actually,
Chicken.
Greg and Carolyn are going to kick our evening off, and they're also going to close our evening off, but they're going to kick our evening off. So Greg and Carolyn, take it away.
I do this every week and I'm forgetting how to unmute. Okay, I said I do this every week and I forget how to unmute. Anyway, here we are. The first piece that we're going to do to start the evening off is a flute and piano piece arranged by Greg. And it is in honor of his parents, really. It's called The Anniversary Song. And it's kind of cool because Greg's and my anniversary was this month. And if any of you feel like dancing to this, it doesn't have to be couples dancing, but here's a picture of Greg's parents at one of the big band dances. And they were in the Pioneer. This picture was taken of them dancing. And for those of you that know them, you might remember what great dancers they were. And,
Oh my goodness, Carolyn, I remember them always being at the big band dances. And I remember when that article was in the Pioneer. Greg, your mom and dad are so amazing.
Well, this is
I too was fortunate to see them when Luke was in the band.
Oh,
And I was just, they're just stellar on that dance floor.
all right, you guys. Well,
My mom passed away in 2017. They might not know that.
did you catch that?
Yeah.
Okay.
And this arrangement was done for her service by her request. So here it is, the anniversary song.
Amazing. Wow, you have set the bar really high for the rest of us. It's a good thing that it's not a competition. Thank you. That's beautiful. Okay. Charlene Schofield's not with us today, but she sent some beautiful things. Maybe Sally can talk about them. Sally's going to show them. And then Trudy is on deck after Charlene. Little warning there, Trudy. Oh, yeah.
Interesting. This little the black line is in my way from opening this, Brent. How do I deal with that?
Oh,
Do you know what I mean?
I do. Usually that you got to chat, and the chat thing is what keeps it down. So,
Okay. I'm going to do it. Nope. Oh, sheesh. Wrong one. Here we go. Charlene did send this in, and she says she's a fiber artist. She spins wool, weaves, and felts, and creates beautiful images. Right now, she has a show at the Pine Logs Art Gallery, and the theme is "Look Up, You're in the Mountains." Not right now, at this very moment, it's not like she's at the Pine Logs, I don't think, but here are some of the pictures she sent. Anyway, so I'll just let us enjoy. And the final thing is rocks that she's been painting, and it's part of the Rotary Club in Radium that they're doing this. And she has a Facebook page called Radium Rocks, where I assume they're leaving these rocks around town too. So that is Charlene Schofield's talent, one of her many talents.
it's wonderful. That's wonderful. It's beautiful to see that and see what she does. Okay, hold on. Okay, Trudy, you're up next, followed by Kate, but I don't see Kate here. So that'd be followed by Barbara, but I don't see Barbara either, but we have some pictures to show of Barbara's quilts. So hi, Trudy, good to see you tonight. Oh, you're just muted, that's all. Yeah. Uh-oh. Oh yeah, you're still muted, Trudy. Oh, there we go.
There we go. There we go.
Good to see you.
Corn kind of got me on board tonight. She said, why don't you read some of your poetry and your limericks that you wrote? So first of all, I went to this little book. I'm going to hold it up. It's called Bighorn Small Talk, Tales of Radium Hot Springs. It's hard for you to see. And this was written by 4 women in Radium. They compiled it, and it was a fundraiser for the library in Radium. And so I wrote a poem, and I'm going to share that with you tonight. And then the limericks that I wrote in March. The poem is called Ram. Rocky Mountain Bighorn Ram, you are the man who stiffly walks our village, head tilted, nostrils flaring, steamy breath searching for a ewe or two on the golf course. Ewes and lambs stare curiously as we walk the dog by. Are you our lambkin? Their eyes ask. Ram and his brothers sun themselves on the barren hills above Radium, each one eyeing a different view, always wary. Sure-footed Ram climbing above the hot springs, scouting his territory. Bighorn Ram, you are the man. And that's from this little book. You can get this book at the library. They're out of print now, but if you're interested, it's got some wonderful pioneer stories of the people that live in the area. And I was very fortunate. I got to interview Phyllis and Ray Jackson, a pioneer couple in Radium, and that was very special. So I don't know these by heart, so I have to have to read them. So my husband has some Irish background, and I've always liked the lilt of the Irish dialect. My grandparents were Scottish on one side and English on the other. So we all loved poetry, rhyme, and here are the limericks. An Irish lad, Seamus McGee, sailed across the wild Irish sea. His boat split in half. He was really quite daft at nautical skills of the sea. Second one is a leprechaun named O'Malley rented the Valley Alley. All his friends he'd invite for a roaring good night. He eloped with the winner, Sally. Skibbereen's young Paddy O'Sullivan dreamt of meeting a wild leprechaun to discover his gold. Wild stories he told, that brash Irish lad full of mulligan. And the last one. There once was a fair Colleen Bernadette with an angel's voice in a church quartet. Her suitors came to pray and swoon and meet her in the coffee room, but the preacher ran off with sweet Bernadette. And that's it. Lots of fun.
I love it, Trudy. It's neat to know that that's something that you do. And yeah. So thanks for your sharing.
You're welcome.
So yeah, hopefully Kate will still join us. Sally, do you want to show Barbara's quilts? And then Cheryl, you're up next. You're on deck next. So
Okay. All right, we'll see if we can share better than we did last time. Oh, I'm not sure I am doing it well. Nope. There we are. So, Barbara in Golden shared, yep, there we go, some of the quilting projects she has completed during COVID. This is not in her lifetime, this is in COVID. And this picture, there's a 3D effect to this quilt, this bed quilt. This is something she made for a 5-year-old friend's birthday. I couldn't decide if it was if the 5-year-old's her friend or if it's her friend's 5-year-old, but either way, cute little thing. Here's one of her Christmas mini quilt hangings. And I think this is a anniversary quilt for her niece that she said she made. A purse that she has made for herself and is using these days. More Christmas decoration quilting placemats. And I'm not sure which this is, but just an amazing, beautiful another quilt. And I think the next is a table topper that she's done. I know that's not all her talents, but obviously she's got a quilting talent. And so
that's amazing. That is,
yeah.
that's
When
amazing.
I grow up, I want to be a quilter. I have huge admiration for quilters. Lil is an unbelievable quilter, and Tess is a fabulous quilter. I was hoping Tess would be on today, but I see Lil here, so I'm hoping that Lil is celebrating some of her quilting with us today.
It's beautiful. So many stitches. Oh,
So nice. So Cheryl, you're up next, followed by Sophie and Ellie.
Am I next, Brent?
Yeah. Hi, Cheryl.
Okay, because my subject has just disappeared on me.
Okay.
Okay. So here we go. There was a young maid from Vancouver. Her passion this year's wild wolves, not cougar. Her tech skills amaze. The grants stand and gaze. 2 hands is the goal for the future. You know what you need 2 hands for?
To get married?
Using your cell phone.
Texting.
Oh.
Oh,
So that's a limerick.
that's a limerick.
And you wrote that.
I did. I've been changing it every day this week, but that's the final copy.
It's wonderful. I thought you were going to maybe sing the song that you sang to us a few weeks
No, that's old now.
ago. Thank you so much, Cheryl. Wonderful. Okay, so Sophie and Ellie are next, followed by Stan. Yeah, followed by Stan. So hi, Claire, and then Sophie and Ellie. Hopefully all.
Okay, we just have to get in position here. They're
problem.
doing some gymnastics on the trampoline. So hang on, let me flip my camera if I can figure out.
So Claire, as you move away from your router, you might be losing your Wi-Fi strength. You're starting to freeze. You might have to move the trampoline in the living room. Helen, you might need to go rescue your sister.
Yeah, actually, the trampoline is right next to the house, so
Okay.
it should be okay. So I don't know what's going on.
So Dawn Steinwand, if you could sing a song while we're waiting, that would fill a gap.
Or maybe you should go find a quilt to show us that you've helped make.
Oh, here's Barbara coming in. Hi, Barbara. We're just waiting for Claire and Sophie. And
We've lost them totally now, Brent.
okay, Stan, do you mind going? And then we'll wait till Claire and.
No, that's fine.
Thank you. Wonderful.
Okay. So Sally is helping with this because I took some photos as I was making buns today. Now I don't claim the bread making talent. It's the family who likes the Christmas breads, the Easter hot cross buns, the holler at family occasions, pita breads, buns, and the staple sourdough rye loaves. At one point, one of the granddaughters, who is quite famous for saying what she thinks, laid down the law. She was not going to eat any more crack bread from the grocery store. Only Papa's bread. So the whole process of making these buns takes about 4.5 hours, but each stage is quick and easy. So what I've done is got up a bit earlier, mixed up what you see is the mixture in here, and allowed it to rise. When that got to a certain stage, made the rolls, put them on the this is the stage when they have risen for 3 hours. That's the longest period, the 3-hour one. And then you cut them into halves and quarters, and then you take each one and each wedge and roll it into a bun by folding the edges in on themselves, and then shape it in your hand. So yeah, just like this. This is folding in, and then turning it over and putting it on a tray that has baking paper covered. So then those rise for 35 minutes, and you preheat the oven to 450. And if you like them a bit crusty, you put in a pan of water in when they are cooking. And just before putting in the oven, if you sprinkle a bit of flour on each one and then take a serrated knife, you can put some grooves on the top of the buns. And at 450, they bake for 18 to 20 minutes. And that's depending on your oven. That's what happens for me with our oven. So that's a convection oven. So these are the buns the rolls when they come out. As I said before, what I've done is at the beginning of the Sunday service, I have the rolls ready to go in the oven. When the service ends, I put them in the oven, and we have crusty buns for lunch. So it's an easy, quick recipe, because while it takes 4.5 hours, in between the stages when you do the various points of the recipe, then you go off and do something else. And so for dinners, for lunch, for taking to a potluck, whatever, you can double the recipe. You can double the recipe easily. I always use half whole wheat and half white flour, but you can make white flour buns if that's your preference. This is the recipe that I included, and I also include my email, and if you would like a copy of the recipe sent to you, I'd be happy to do that. Just get in touch and I'll forward it on to you. So enjoy. We do.
So Stan, I've known you for many years as a colleague. I had no idea of this talent that you have, but I'm going to say to you, please, can you just deliver some buns to my home?
When it's possible to do so, I could do that. I started 40 years ago, and still going.
And I can verify how good they are.
I'm looking forward to the next
Easter
potluck.
Easter, we always have the hot cross buns, and Christmas fruit bread, and and the wreath too, Stan.
I'm inspired.
yes.
Thank you. I'm inspired. I'm gonna give that recipe a try for sure. Thank you. Hey, Claire, did you know you have the talent of going offline and coming back online?
Yeah, I'm sorry. We went outside and the wireless didn't reach.
Yeah.
So we've come inside and they're going to do it inside instead, if that's okay.
Oh, if you're okay with that, that'd be great. Let me just decide who's up on deck. We'll have you two go. I think we're going to have, well, I think we'll do the 2 gymnastic routines back to back. So we'll have Sophie and Ellie, and then I'm going to do my gymnastic routine because you know I want to see the girls. I want the girls to see me because it's, you know, we're in this together. Okay, so take it away, Sophie and Ellie.
Okay, Sophie. Okay, do you want to bring me the dog? Okay. The dog likes to get involved. Oh dear. Okay, Sophie, can you bring her over? Come on. Oh my goodness. Sophie, you hold this. Oh my goodness.
This is great. The dog's going to compete with Brent.
And remember, everybody at home, you can go to your speaker view. So you don't have to be on gallery view. You can go to speaker view. So
Okay. All right, who's first?
see it better.
I've also seen a dog do yoga with their yoga person. Oh, here we go. Maybe Claire needs to make some noise to get the speaker view up.
Yeah. Claire, can you start over again and just make some noise?
Yes, we can. You want us to start over?
Oh yeah, start over again. Yeah, now we can step.
And keep talking so we can keep the speaker view on.
Yeah, and maybe all the rest of us will mute ourselves. So Claire, make another sound just to get the speaker view
Hello?
back.
Oh, right. Do we need to speak and then you can see us?
Yeah.
You need to speak.
Okay, that's Ellie. Well done, Ellie. And here's Sophie, and Honey the dog keeps trying to join in. She's very keen. Okay, here's Sophie.
Wow.
Just make another sound, Claire.
Oh, yep. There we go. Here's Sophie. Well, is that all finished? Well done, Sophie.
Yay. Wonderful, girls.
Well done.
Thank you so much. That's so cool. I'm going to go back to the gallery view. So nice to see that. So mine actually was pre-recorded. So I'm going to get Sally to show my gymnastic routine. To do gymnastics today for my talent. And I just want to say, don't try this at home. because you'd have to fill the living room or something up with a lot of water, and that wouldn't be good for the house. So this is for trained professionals, and I need to practice. I need to stretch somehow. Let me just stretch. As being a gymnast, you have to be very flexible. Notice that crazy flexibility that I have. I'll do the splits. Well, that's just, there's more to come. Tell me when.
No.
So the first gymnastic thing I'm going to do is a somersault. So here's my somersault. Ready? First thing I'm going to do is a somersault. You ready? Here goes. There it is. I did a somersault. Yes. So the next thing I'm going to do is 180-degree turn. It's very hard, I'm sure. As a headstand. Okay, here we go. The next thing I'm going to do is takes a lot of flexibility, and it's called a back arch. And here we go. Here's the back arch. Okay. Okay. Can you see the arch? Is there an arch in there? Yeah. That's it.
So you ready for the cartwheel?
Yeah. So the last thing that I'd like to do in the gymnastics program today is a cartwheel. Here goes my cartwheel. So this is called the swan move. Okay, I'm gonna thank you for watching this gymnastics program. Appreciate you for being here. Thank you. Thank you for watching half of the game.
It won't. Oh, it didn't work.
Uncle.
Today's gymnastics.
That was amazing, Brent. We were very impressed.
Oh my goodness, Brent, you win the gold medal. You're going to Japan.
I give all my credit to Sophie and Ellie. They're my inspiration. If it wasn't for them, I wouldn't have even tried.
Nice somersault.
There's a lot of technical problems. You got to miss the cartwheel, but you girls are a lot better than I am, just saying. Okay, well, thanks for that. We're moving on, and we have Charlene and Mavis on a pre-recorded thing of something they put together, and that'll be followed by Danica on guitar, so which is also pre-recorded. And I'm glad to see Kate. Do I see Kate?
I'm here.
Oh, good. So
I'm
Kate,
a little.
you're a little late, but that's okay. We'll get you in a little bit.
Okay. Nice gymnastics.
Thank you.
That was quite a display, Brent, and well done. So
We'll watch you roll down the aisle.
Yeah. So the other day, Mavis and I went over to a friend of mine, Joanne Espinel, and I was quite taken with her garden when I first saw it. And this would be maybe a month, maybe 6 weeks ago. And then over the last month, I've been watching it. And I asked her if she would mind if we taped it and heard a little bit of her story. And essentially in her side yard, it goes down near the back of their yard. There are 3 areas that have been set aside for 2 flower areas and 1 garden area. And then off to the side under a tree is a fairy garden. And she's going to tell a little bit of her story because she knew right away when her mom left her a legacy, that what she wanted to do with it. So the videos will show a little bit of her story. And thank you very much, Sally. This was beyond Mavis's and my technological feat, but I gather you were able to acquire the videos, and we'll see a little bit what we've got. So we're having a little bit of trouble with the sound, I guess. And we're inside one of the areas. There's a 6-foot fence. It looks even taller than 6 feet, maybe 7 or 8. And that's to keep the deer out. And at one point, Joanne wanted to have the whole yard fenced for the deer, and realized they have a pathway that comes through. So I was really impressed with a lot of their planning for the garden, took into consideration one family that they've connected with in town. So maybe you could tell us a little bit of why you arranged the fencing. You mentioned about just paying attention to the deer's travel. And I love how you work your garden into the ecology of where we live, but also this structure that you've built to house the plants with the bedding.
Well, I wanted raised beds because I'm not getting any younger. I've been retired for a while, so I want to make sure that I'll be able to do my garden as long as I'm here in this house, which will be a long time because we're not going anywhere. We love it here in Invermere. But I wanted also to make it special, and I asked Peter Lustenberger if he'd do a wall for me and enclose the garden, and that's what he did for me. And some of it is I took some rocks. I know I'm supposed to take some rocks, but I took a few rocks from our business that we have, which was Talus Lodge, and I incorporated them into this wall, or Peter did for me. I didn't do anything. So he did it for me. And this one is pretty special because we spent years up at Talus, and that was my hors d'oeuvre tray. Oh. And so I thought, well, that's coming back with me, and that'll be part of the wall. So there it is. So just little things to remind us of what we've done and where we've been, that sort of thing.
That's wonderful. Let's go over to your vegetable garden.
Okay. In the vegetable garden, and same thing. We have raised beds. We're trying to have a system that we just have to put water in right here. It's an underground system, so there's a weeping pipe underneath that we put in for me, and so we fill it up, and the plants aim their roots for the bottom. I do a little top watering, especially right now in this heat, because their roots aren't big enough. They're not gone down enough. So, but pretty soon I'll stop.
Video for that.
And just use the pipes. And these, I put my sunflowers here. I always grew sunflower.
She's rebooting it.
We always had to have the sunflowers so that the kids could see what they actually look like. So I grow a few now, but not as many. And I also have, in between the sunflowers, are scarlet runners. It's a bean. And I collect the beans. Let's see where we can find one. Oh yeah, there. This one. They're in there. They're in there. And they go up around the sunflowers, and they have these brilliant red flowers on them. I don't grow them for the beans. I grow them for the hummingbirds, and we get lots of hummingbirds here. So when the scarlet runners are open, they're here.
I'm beginning to think this is more a giving garden than
a giving garden than a
yes,
legacy.
because everything has you've got a thought for something else or somebody else.
Yeah.
For everything that you're planting. Well, let's check out your fairy garden. So the garden here is a spot under the tree, and the Espinels have befriended a young family with 3 daughters. I think twins age 3 and an older child 4 or 5. And the father
Ivy, who just turned 5 years old, and Malu and Olivia, who are turning 3 the end of August. So they each have their little section because, like you know, sisters sometimes don't get along with things. And they got to choose all the things they wanted. I went to the thrift store and found all sorts of little flowers, and we painted rocks. And this is what we have as a fairy garden. And every time they come over, they change it and they move it around, and they just have a great time. And that's what it was for.
And how did the houses come into the garden?
Well, I asked the dad, who has been busy taking classes. He just finished his journeyman in carpentry, and now he said, yeah. He said he would make the houses for them. I asked him, I said, we need something that's rainproof, and we need something that can just stay.
Thank you, Sally. So we'll have to perfect how to do a videotape another time, but it was a delight to be at Joanne's garden, and just her willingness to share it. Unfortunately, there wasn't an overview of the whole place, but she's got so many blooms in each of the flower beds. And anyway, it was lovely. Thank you for watching.
Thanks, Shirley. And thanks to the Espinal family. It was beautiful. Sally, does it work to show Danica playing the guitar right now? Or should we go to Kate? Or Kate, either way, you're coming up really fast. Either.
Okay, I'll be ready.
Okay. I'm going to trust that Sally can show Danica. You're pretty fast. That's wonderful.
Wow.
Of course, Danica is Dawn and Lil's granddaughter. So thanks, Danica. So Kate, are you in your studio?
Yeah, I am.
Nice.
Or my living room.
And are you
I was
gonna-
just gonna ask, did Danica do those sculptings too of the mushroom?
I'm not
Oh.
sure. Those beautiful
Hmm.
artwork behind her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm in my living room and I just yeah,
Tell us what you're going to do, Kate.
I'm gonna play a couple, well, one, maybe two songs, depending on how much time we have. And I took piano from a guy named Arnie Celine. He's from Kimberly, and I've always played piano since I was little, but then I kind of got to perfect it all a bit. And yeah, I'm just gonna play the Hallelujah song.
Nice.
So, should I start?
Yeah, that'd be great, Kate.
Okay. Here, I'll turn it up a bit. There we go. Oh. That's it.
Oh, God. Well done, Kate. Why don't you do your other song too, Kate?
Okay.
That'd be great.
This is, I think more people will know this one. It's called My Favorite Things. Might be a little rusty on this one. That one was a little rusty, man. It was better than I thought.
Wonderful, Kate. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Kate, for playing Ella Udu. We were in New Zealand, in Christchurch after the earthquake. And amongst all that devastation was one young woman with a beautiful voice singing Hallelujah.
Oh,
beautiful.
I think I remember that video. I wonder if there was a, 'cause I think I saw a video of that on Facebook. So that's really cool.
Thank you. Wonderful.
Hey, hello. Hey, Brent.
Oh,
Have you decided on all the people who are going to do the talent show?
Benny, nice to see you.
Yeah, well, I was wondering if I could fit a little talent in.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Let me, thanks for coming.
Well, thanks.
I'm just playing around with a computer.
Yeah.
Just a second here. Something's not quite right.
Oh, well,
I'm
I'm okay.
having some computer issues.
Yeah. Do you want me to help you?
Yeah, do you know what to do, Benny?
Push participants.
Oh, okay, participants.
My
yeah.
thought. Just my thought. I don't know.
Okay, thank you.
But yeah.
Uh-huh. I'm glad you're computer savvy,
Yeah.
Benny.
Well, I
And,
don't want to use too much time. So if you could fix that
No.
quickly, then I could do. I
I-
have a talent.
Well, wonderful.
Yeah,
I'm pleased.
I can catch salmon in my mouth. So I'm going to fill this place with water and grab a salmon. Is that okay?
Okay.
Just joking. I can also tell jokes.
I'm not sure how I get out of this.
I know. It's interesting. It's different today.
But
Eh?
I'm going to just go back here.
Yeah.
Can I pin us?
Well, yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna do the pin thing.
Okay,
Hey,
there you go.
there we
Nice.
go.
So hey,
Hey, I'm gonna
remember
get out
a
of the
few
way.
weeks ago you showed me about what a puppet is?
Yeah,
Well,
I did.
I'm gonna do a puppet show.
Oh.
So hey, look, I've got a puppet. Hi everybody. Oh, my hair bothers me. Yeah, this is my puppet. Yeah, what's your name, puppet? My name is Shenanigans. Shenanigans, funny, haha. Anyway, we got some jokes, yeah, like knock knock. Who's there? Oh, I forgot to remember this one. Dwayne. Dwayne who? Dwayne the tub, I'm drowning. Ha 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 ha. Hey, and you know the other thing? What? I could be a ventriloquist. Well, no way. Yeah, because I never move my lips when you talk. Huh? Yeah, but I don't want you to be a ventriloquist. Well, why not? Because it's cool if I'm a ventriloquist. Yeah, cool for you, but if you're a ventriloquist, I'm a dummy. Oh, yeah, I wouldn't want that for you. Okay, so we'll just do a puppet show then. Yeah, I like that better. Okay, well, that was my show, Fred. I gotta go, but thanks everybody. I enjoyed all the show everybody's been doing. You're all really talented and gifted. Yeah, you really are. Okay, bye, Brent.
Bye, Benny. Bye, puppet.
Bye.
Oh my. He's got talent. Okay, that was fun. Okay, I need to rescue myself. I'm thinking, oh, there we go. Okay, I'm thinking I want to just call on Kathy Payette. Sorry, I never gave you much warning, Kathy, but Kathy's up in Golden. And Kathy, you have something to share with us tonight. Oh, and you're just muted, Kathy. You can't hear.
There.
There we go.
Okay. Anyway, so a few years back, my husband and I, he's deceased now, but in the early 2000s, about late 90s, we started gathering wood burls that we would find in the bush. When we would go hunting together well, I went for the ride, you know, and we'd see these on trees. So we started gathering some and decided that we would make clocks out of them. So it's a bit of a process. Of course, you have to find them in the bush, cut them off the tree with a chainsaw, which my husband did, and then you'd cut them into slices depending on how big the burl is. Does everyone know what a burl is? A wood burl? Anyway, it's if you don't, I can just tell you quickly. It's like a type of fungus that attacks the tree, and the tree, being smarter than maybe humans, stops the growth of the fungus and stops it from damaging the tree by actually growing around it. Yeah. And so what you see on the tree is like a round bulge on the side of the tree. The most that we've found were from cedar trees, some pine and some fir. I can just show you a picture of, okay, not a picture. I'll hold up a piece of cedar, and it's, let's see, what's the best side? Maybe this. So this is a piece of cedar. I don't know, can you see it? And I've got a lot of pieces of that left over in it. And what you do is, okay, I'll show you another one. And this is actually completed, a clock that's been done. And this is, I have to hold it back so you can see it. This is a caribou. And so my husband would draw that, and I would do the fine sanding to make it nice and smooth before he drew that. And then I'd wood burn it and then varathane it and put on the clocks and the hands and so on. And here's another one. I haven't got a cedar one at the moment. I've given them all away to my family, but the cedar brings out the nicest color because it's got light colors, dark colors. This one is, let me see. This is a bighorn sheep, and it's, I think this is on a piece of pine. Sometimes I do a little bit artwork on it other than that to make it look realistic. Anyway, yeah, so we did quite a few of those, and we sold some locally, but like to tourists in town. But now I just complete some. I've got a lot of wood. I just complete some for family, whether it's, you know, anniversary, birthday. I have a wedding of my granddaughter coming up in 2022. They had to postpone because of COVID, so I'm going to make one for her.
That's very cool, Kathy. Thank you. I'm glad to get exposed to what you're doing and the gift and talent that you have.
Well, I don't find it that hard, really. But I like wood burning on wood. I like doing any type of woodwork.
Yeah.
Great. Thanks, Kathy.
Side of you we didn't know.
Oh, you didn't know? No. I haven't done too many actually lately. I probably have to Google and find out where I can get the clockworks. They run by a battery, of course. I think maybe I'll have to go and get some, maybe on Amazon. I don't know where. Yeah, and it's probably out of the States where you can find them.
Yeah. Thanks, Kathy, for sharing that with us tonight.
Okay.
Yeah, very nice. Helen Rose, you don't have to unmute yourself right now, but just, do you have something to share with us tonight? You can nod your head, yes, up and down.
Not really, no.
Okay. Well, next time, Helen. I think Sally or Barbara, we showed your quilts before you came on, and they're beautiful. And we were all very impressed that you did them during this COVID time, which leaves me wondering how many quilts you've done in your quilting lifetime, because if you've done that much work in COVID time, and they're beautiful. So
Actually, I find I actually have done more than that, but in COVID time. So,
yeah. Wow. Do you sleep or do you do anything else besides quilting, or Sally's just gonna put them up here again? And
that one isn't totally quilted yet. It's still, the top is done, and it's 3D. The flying geese and some of them, they're 3-dimensional. You can lift them up and get in underneath them. So
would that take you like a couple hours to do?
no, it was a long time. And this was that one was for a friend of mine, her daughter, and it's all done by free motion in the center. And that one I did at Christmas too. And this one I just completed, and it's in the mail going to Kitchener. And the flower print was my niece's bridesmaid's dress material, and my sister had given it to me, and then I put it away safely and couldn't find it. So I just have done that recently. And that's one of the purses I've made, the 2 sides. And I put more zippers and pockets than usual. The other one was a Christmas gift. And that one, I'm just working on the border, quilting it. The rest is quilted. That one I have here on the table. And it was hand applique and all machine quilted.
Beautiful, Barbara.
So say to Brent.
Brent, we're just holding up some placemats
Yeah.
that we're the recipients of the lovely quilt. So these are material that Barb bought in New Zealand and showing New Zealand birds. And she made them into table placemats for us, and I just whipped up and took them off the table, and here they are. You're not holding it up, Sam. All right.
Those are active table mats.
Those are very
cool.
So Barbara, I noticed when you had the last piece there, you said it's machine stitched, and yet there seems to be a pattern. Is it really hit and miss, or do you do the same pattern in each of the quadrants?
Inside, was it, or around the appliques? That was all free motion quilting with the machine.
Yeah.
But I do hand quilting too.
Remarkable. Thank you.
Thank you.
Beautiful. They're just beautiful.
Barbara also has the talent of administration. I think we should give her the country of Syria to administer. She would do a better job than what's happening there. Thanks a lot, Barbara. I think our last act tonight, before Carolyn and Greg kind of close us, is Wendy. But does anybody else have something to share?
No, I'm not sure whether you saw it, Brent, but I know that Dawn held up a quilt of Lil's at one point, and I caught a glimpse of it. It was very beautiful. Can you hold that up again, Dawn? Or did you hang it up somewhere?
John now has to get
Oh,
up.
there it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, there. Oh, that's beautiful.
Oh, lovely.
Did Lil make this one too? Oh, okay.
Well,
And then I don't know if I can. Lil also, I think we've showed this before, but Lil also made this for Greg on the wall, which is above our piano. So
a bunch of musical symbols on it.
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, a number of you should not go cold in the next few days. You've got some.
Shouldn't go cold and.
Yeah, cold. Yeah. Well, Wendy, now Wendy and Sally have something worked out. So I'm going to maybe turn things over to Sally and Wendy, and you'll tell me what you're.
Yeah, Wendy's going to play the recorder, and she has an option of us all watching her play the recorder or having pictures that she sent me. Because Wendy, I just took all the pictures you have sent, and there's quite a few of them. So you can play while they're there, or we can just watch you. You choose. You tell me.
I think I'd rather you play them, but I'm going to give a little bit of an introduction first. So yeah, I think I'd rather people watch the pictures, not me. As many of you know, I play the recorder, and in the Middle Ages, the recorder was called a flute because, and it is a woodwind instrument, and I may have to move back here. And they come in different sizes. There's a sopranino, which I don't have. There's the soprano, which is this one. There's an alto, which you can see is a fair bit bigger than the soprano. There's also tenor, which would be bigger than that, and a bass recorder. And the bass recorder would be more like an oboe or bassoon, with that separate mouthpiece. And they are a woodwind instrument, and they were, like I say, very popular in the Middle Ages, the 1400s. And they were renowned for their bird-like sound. And they have what you call is a whistle mouthpiece. Well, everyone knows what it looks like. And then later on around in the 1700s, then there was a transverse flute, which is what Carolyn would play with a different mouthpiece. So, and what I have here, they are Baroque fingering. There's German fingering, which I don't know how to do, and Baroque fingering. And these are Baroque recorders. And what I'm going to do, and I won't go on too long. I'm going to play each one. The first one I'll play is the alto, and I'll play the Skyboat song with that. And then I'm going to be playing, and the alto and this particular soprano are made out of a resin, like a plastic resin. And with this soprano, I'm going to be playing a song called Die Banks and Braes of Bonnie Doon. And then with my wood recorder, I'm going to be play The Gift to Be Simple. And I won't play all the verses. I'll just keep it simple. And I'll tell you, sorry.
I'm just going to jump in here and say, Sally, I kind of would like to watch Wendy because she's got all these instruments and stuff. So even though she doesn't want us to watch it, I'm good with it.
Well, maybe you could click in and out or something. And I'll tell you, in my house, it is so hot. It's at least 30 degrees in here. I am sweating just sitting here. So hopefully I won't pass out. So yeah, I'll start with the alto recorder. And I really have to stretch my fingers on this. I really haven't played for over a year. I practiced once last week and today. So, oh, sorry if I'm a little off.
So that was a Skyboat song with my alto recorder. And Sally, you may play my pictures. So this next one is Ye Banks and Braes of Bonnie Doon. And so you can, oh, I like that picture. So you can see that there is a bit of a difference in sound between those two recorders. And the last one I'm going to do is A Gift to Be Simple with my wooden recorder, or in German, Blockfloten.
It's beautiful, Wendy. And you know, the
Thank
pictures
you.
are beautiful too.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And thank you, Sally, for putting them together because I didn't.
I'm glad to know that you're kind of a recorder.
Recording photographer?
Well, you're, I don't know what the word is, but yeah, you know, there's more to recorders than I thought. So
Oh, there is. And at one time, I did belong to a recorder quartet here in the Valley, but that was a while back. And it's really lovely if you can, you know, when you've got all the different types of recorders together, they really do bring in a beautiful harmony with each other.
Yeah.
thanks for sharing your talents tonight, Wendy.
Thank you.
Thank you. Well, our last act tonight involves us all. Carolyn and Greg have a plan. So I'm going to
Can
turn it over to
can
them.
we just say something, just a quick little something
Yes,
before Carol and Greg finish?
yes,
Is it okay?
yes.
Okay. So when we came to Golden, we like to hike and we also like to pick up rocks. So we joined the Lapidary Club and I made this piece. I'm hoping you can see it. Whoops. I made this piece for my mum. And when I went back to New Zealand after my mum had passed, I brought it back with me. Can you see it?
Yeah.
So it's a piece of agate that I set in silver. And I was actually quite proud of my little piece.
It's beautiful.
The other thing that I have dabbled in is wood, because I like woodwork, and I like in particular juniper, taking pieces of juniper and taking the bark off and then polishing them with wax.
Wow.
Beeswax.
beeswax, yeah. And then some of them like this one, which I've taken, and then I set on a stone, a local stone. And so some of the family have these and whatever, but yeah, I always keep my eye out for unique shapes of wood that I can play around with.
It's beautiful, Stan. Thanks for sharing that. Okay, well, I think Carolyn and Greg, you can take it away.
I think there's a couple of people unmuted, so just if everybody could check and mute themselves, that would be good. This particular piece, Bendina thought we should go on the road with it, so we we just decided it was worth doing again, and it's called it's
Bad Leroy Brown.
It's number 23 in our more voices, and I think Sally's going to put the words up there, maybe. Or did you did you do that, Sally? I wasn't sure whether that got done.
I think she is. I just don't see her. Oh, there she is. Yeah.
All right.
We're off to the races, are we?
So have fun, you guys. Get up. I'm not watching. I'm singing, so you can get up and dance and have some fun with this. And thanks to Brent and Sally for putting on this fun evening
And
for us all.
Yeah, everybody with all their acts
Yeah.
and stuff, including that forward roll into the Columbia River. That was great.
It's really fun to see what people do behind the scenes of church on Sundays.
Okay, ready?
Yep.
2, 3.
Come, O Holy Spirit, set the church on fire. Strike it as the lightning, its opposing fire. Burn away the structures and consume the sham of our holy system.
Fun. That was fun. Thank you. Well, a wonderful evening, everybody. Thanks for your watching and your risk taking and sharing in community. Yeah, it's neat to learn more about each other and what some of our interests and hobbies are and our skills. So I like it. I'm going to stop the recording just so that you can all know that we've stopped recording. Okay.